and welcome back to Rizvi Bros. Today's episode 2 of Rizvi Talks Basketball.
So we're going to do the previews. We have a special guest here.
You can introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? Faris here.
So we're going to be telling you guys January 5th to January 9th biggest games, alright? So first we're going to start with January 5th, which was the first game was.
So to kick it off, Chicago Bulls versus Boston Celtics. Celtics won 115 to 101. The second game was Hawks versus Raptors. Raptors won 118 to 100. And then the next game, the third game was Nuggets versus 76ers. Nuggets won by a hair, 125 to 124. And the last but not least, Golden State Warriors versus LA Clippers. The Clippers won 103 to 102, again by a hair. For January 6th, it was the Lakers versus Pelicans. The Lakers won 111 to 103. Second, it was Spurs versus Grizzlies. Grizzlies won by a hair, 106 to 105. Heat, and the last but not least, Heat versus Timberwolves. Timberwolves won 122 to 94.
That's a washout. And Anthony Edwards also hit 10,000 career points. He took a photo with him in the Olympics. And yeah.
And now for the candidates for the day, not the week. So let me name the candidates. So from for January 5th, the Celtics game, that was Simons. Andrew Simons. He had with the
Anthony Simons.
Yeah, 8.4 match rating, and then for Hawks versus Raptors, Boyless. I don't really know how to say it. 8.7. For the Nuggets game, it was Jay Richard, 8.1, and for the Clippers game, it was Kawhi Leonard for 7.4. And for January 6th, it was, for the Lakers game, of course, it was LeBron James. For the Grizzlies game, it was
Cam Spencer.
For the Timberwolves game, it was
Anthony Edwards.
My bad. Anthony Edwards. And now, for January 7th and 8th.
So January 7th was tipped off by the Denver Nuggets and Boston Celtics. The Nuggets won 114 to 110 with Jamal Murray getting 22 points, 17 rebounds, and 17 assists and 8 rebounds with a match rating of 90 for the first candidate. The second candidate was in the Washington Wizards versus Philadelphia 76ers, where the 76ers washed out the Wizards by 21 points. And the MVP for that was Joel Embiid with 28 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds with an 8.2 match rating. Now, our state, the Atlanta Hawks, and during this game, Trae Young was traded to the Wizards. During this game, so the Hawks sent him off. Hawks won 117 to 100. He didn't really play, but you know. And then the number 1 pick for the 2024 draft, Zachary Richard, was the MVP with 25 points, 0 assists, but 8 rebounds with 7.7 match rating. One the Utah Jazz played OKC, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are right now one of the best teams. But it was a close game to 100. You want to say this one, Ellie? 129 to 125. And the MVP for that game was, want to say it? SGA. The MVP was 46 points, 6 assists with 6 rebounds with an 8.9 match rating. Now, the next game was Los Angeles Lakers versus the San Antonio Spurs. But as most people expected it to be one of the best games of the night, unfortunately for the Lakers, they got washed out 107 to 91 with Johnson
Keldon Johnson?
Kelvin
Calvin
Johnson with 27 points, 0 assists, 6 rebounds with an 8.4 match rating.
Big stats.
And now, another big game that turned out to most people's expectations was the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors were victorious 120 to 113 with never mind.
Definitely.
The Warriors were victorious 120 to 113 with Steph Curry grabbing the MVP with 31 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds with an 8.4. Now, moving on to January 8th, where there was only 2 games we are going to tell you guys for today, was the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves won 131 to 122, with Julius Randle becoming the unexpected MVP with 28 points, 8 assists, but 11 rebounds, with a match rating of 8.1. And the second game, and the last game we did, was the Dallas Mavericks versus the Utah Jazz. But the Utah Jazz ended up coming victorious in this one, 116 to 114, with the MVP being...
Was it Keontae George?
Yeah, Keontae George with 19 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds with a 7.9 match rating. Now, Boris Rosa will now speak for January 9th. Or you can say January 9th game. I'll tell you the MVP from there.
All right, so January 9th, we had the Toronto Raptors versus the Boston Celtics, with the Celtics, unfortunately, coming up on top, 125 to 117. I'm not a Celtics fan, that's why I said that.
And then the MVP of that game was Peyton Pritchard with 27 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds with an 8.7 match rating.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And next we had the Oklahoma City Thunder, the reigning champs, versus the Memphis Grizzlies with, you probably could have guessed, the OKC coming up just slightly on top and getting away with this one at 117 to 116.
But no SGA, no Chet, but no problem for the Thunder. Jalen Williams came in clutch for this one with 26 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds with 8.1 match rating.
For that game, most anticipations were correct. So.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely a good game for Williams, because I know he has gotten some scrutiny because he's a highly skilled player. He also is getting paid a lot of money, and people want to know, is he worth the money? Is he really, is he worth it? So, great game for them. But moving on, we have the hometown Atlanta Hawks versus the Denver Nuggets. Surprisingly, the first game with Trae Young being officially gone from the team, the Hawks run away with this one, 110 to 87.
And like we like to say, no Trae, no problem. The Atlanta Hawks came up top with Jalen Johnson, 29 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds, with an 8.7 match rating.
I don't know if I'm correct. I think Jalen Johnson was the first drafted in 2024.
He was not I don't think he was first.
I think he was like 8th.
Yeah, he's definitely
A good
I don't remember what pick he was,
he was
but he is probably the face of Atlanta right now. I would say moving
Definitely.
forward.
Since Trae Young has gone to the Wizards, it's clear.
Yeah, and then moving on, we have the Sacramento Kings versus the Golden State Warriors, with the Warriors running away with this one, 137 to 103.
Yes.
A fun fact is, when I used to play, when we played 2K23,
right.
I played for the Kings.
Yeah, and Steph Curry with again another MVP to get 27 points, 10 assists with 0 rebounds. But as the Warriors still come victorious with an 8.1 match rating, was for Steph.
And then we had the Milwaukee Bucks versus the LA Lakers, a nail biter. This one that went down to the wire, really just intense to the end. But the Bucks just slightly edged the Lakers 105 to 101.
Yes, and
nobody
of course, who else would be better MVP than Giannis
himself?
Yeah, with 21 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds with 8.6 match rating. And I would like to welcome the a new segment that's called predicting the few days' matchup, this weekend's matchup. So by the time of filming this, the Cavaliers and the Timberwolves game hasn't been played. But what are we predicting for that game? Cavaliers versus Timberwolves. Who do we got on top?
I'm going to take Ant-Man because that's my guy. I do think it is a good matchup. I know Cleveland, especially coming off last year, one of the top seeds in the East. I mean, of course, they have to prove themselves again this year. But I'm going to go with the Ant-Man because he's been on a heater lately, and I'm going to take him.
Yeah, I'm also going to take him. Ali?
Definitely.
The second game was the Spurs versus the Celtics. Who do we got here?
I'll tell you this. For me, anytime I hear Celtics, I'm going the other way.
No, because Celtics does have Jason Tatum.
But Tatum right now is not out. He's not healthy, so he's out.
Honestly, I think it's going to be down to the wire, but
I think Spurs.
They'll have Wemby back, right? They're going to win.
Do they have Wemby back? Because if they have Wemby back,
I would not sleep on the Spurs. They had, if everyone remembers, they had an insane start to the season this year. They started super hot, one of the best teams in the league.
3-0 to OKC.
And still, I believe that they are pretty highly ranked. At least they're better than my Lakers. So I would definitely not sleep on the Spurs. I'm going to go with the Spurs, regardless of my bias for the Celtics.
Yes, me too.
I would go for the Spurs, even though I really like the Celtics. But since Jason Tatum's out, I think he's kind of the MVP of it. So it has to be what I think it has to be.
Now,
the Spurs.
another one is for tomorrow. The Milwaukee Bucks versus the Denver Nuggets. Who do we got on top? So I'll see first. The Nuggets, the last game, losing to the Hawks that badly with Murray and Jokic out. I think the Bucks are coming on top. They beat the Lakers. They're coming on top. What about you, Bajan?
It's 50-50. I do know that last game Jokic was not playing.
Yes.
So they were missing a key piece. It's honestly 50-50. I think if I had to pick one, coming off of the momentum and the win against the Lakers, I will probably go with Giannis.
I would definitely go for Bucks because first of all, Bucks beating the Lakers is also a big thing, and because Nuggets lost to Hawks without Trae Young. So I have to go with Bucks on this one.
All right, the last game we're predicting is going to be the Atlanta Hawks versus the Golden State Warriors. So coming on momentum based on the Rizvi Award, you got Steph Curry. Besides his age, he's picking up high numbers. I don't think Jalen Johnson can stop that force. I'm getting Golden State Warriors, even though I think Golden State Warriors still coming on top here. What are you about, John? Ollie?
Since Hawks beat the Nuggets and
Warriors beat the Kings, but Curry's on a hot run.
Yeah, he is. But Hawks is good, but I think Warriors is better, so it has to go.
What are you about, John?
I think I'm gonna go with a wild card here, and I'm gonna go with the Hawks as a hot take because 1 week ago I saw the Hawks take on the Timberwolves here at home in Atlanta, and surprisingly, with everyone healthy, the Timberwolves and the Ant-Man lost to the Hawks, and they got blown out by more than 20 points. I think there's definitely potential considering JJ with the Hawks is healthy. They look good. So I might do the wild card. I'll go with the Hawks.
All right.
If Bucks loses to Nuggets, then I might change to Hawks too.
Alright, so now it's the big moment for the Rizvi Award winner. So
wait, you gotta say the candidates for January 5th and 6th.
No, I'll say right here. So the candidate for January 5th was
Boyless with 8.7 match rating, 17 points, 7 assists, and rebounds with 7.
But here's only about the match rating. And the second person we got, not surprising, LeBron James is on this list.
30 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds, 9.2 ratings. He has a high chance of winning the Rizvi.
Jamal Murray was your January 7th MVP with a 9.0 with how many points did he have, Ellie?
He had 22 points, 17 assists, and 8 rebounds.
Yeah, and now for January 8th MVP for us was Julius Randle. 28 points, 8 assists, and 11 rebounds with an 8.1 match rating. Now, the last person, we know who it's got to be. Jalen Johnson, January 9th MVP. Okay, so
Second Trae Young.
yeah. All right, so Biogen, where the 3, 2, and 1 are. You want to announce the third place winner?
So the third place winner.
Oh, I don't know. It's supposed to be
Or is that reversed?
No. This is first. This is second.
Okay.
Oh no, we reversed. He's third.
Okay. So number 3 is gonna go to Julius Randle from the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Second place is going to
Jamal Murray.
And now your MVP for
Rizvi
Rizvi Bros
Bros
Talks basketball
2
2 is gonna be LeBron James.
Well, winning Rizvi Awards for the week.
So LeBron James will be winning. Going into week 3, LeBron James is going to be winning your MVP. Thank you guys so much for watching. And make sure to like and subscribe. See ya. Rizvi
out.